on in the DMT is some kind of synesthesia, where ordinary speech or sound is perceived visually. It seems to suggest, and Robert Graves wrote about this in an amazing book, which if you want a mind-bending read The White Goddess by Robert Graves. I mean, this is truly a puzzling book, and after you've read it, give me a call and tell me what it's all about. But one of the things it's all about is he suggests that part of our existential distancing from reality is that at some time in the past there was a kind of Ursprach, a kind of primal poetic language that you didn't learn from your culture, but that all human beings did this. It was an ingrained behavior. It was a deeper level of language. And of course, in the Bible, you get this curious story of the confusion of tongues that takes place. And it certainly has held human progress down, that we have thousands of languages that are very tortuous to translate between. Imagine the kind of culture we would have built by now if we could effortlessly communicate with everybody anywhere and they with us. Well, so this synesthesia thing seems to be the direction in which language has to go in order to be universal. It has to be beheld. Acoustical signals don't do it. One of the things that's made ayahuasca so interesting to me is when you go down there and really get off river and up with the more bare-assed people, how they use ayahuasca is they entertain each other with it by singing these magical songs. But when you listen to them talk about these songs, they speak of them as pictorial and sculptural objects. Like if somebody sings a song and then it's time for comment, people say things like, I liked the part with the silver and yellow stippling, but I thought the olive drab section with the mauve punctuation was a bit over the top. You say, this is a criticism of a song. What kind of song could that possibly be? Well, it turns out the sound is the carrier wave, but the song is to be looked at. And the sense of one person producing a reality which everybody else is then immersed in and seeing. And you can experiment with ayahuasca, and it's very precise. It's very precise. I mean, you go, and a turquoise line 3 inches wide descends from the top of your vision field to the bottom, and then you slightly vary the tone, and it gets a magenta edge on both sides, and you begin to pump it and experiment, and it's like, wow, what is this? And extremely satisfying. Now, the question of meaning is a strange one. It's almost as though some people believe all translation is lie. In other words, that when you take Proust out of his French and put him into English, this is not Proust at all. And this seems very true in the DMT state in the sense that the DMT language has meaning, and you understand its meaning when you're there. But the meaning of the DMT language can't be expressed in English at all. It's like they're talking about they were born and raised in different dimensions or something. There is no translation. So you come out of the DMT thing understanding something which you can't say. And that's been the motivation of my whole public speaking life. The fact that I understand something that I can't say. Yeah, but I can almost say. And some days closer than others. And so there's this constant reaching for the unspeakable. matrix of unspeakability, and then through language we send probes into it, forays toward meaning in the unspeakable, and then return with this sense of meaning. But meaning is very provisional. It is basically, as Whitehead brilliantly understood, a feeling. Meaning is a feeling. No matter how abstract the meaning may be, it ultimately is a feeling of recognition.